plant in Puerto Rico that was severely damaged by this week's earthquakes. The power situation on the island is critical following a 6.4 magnitude earthquake Tuesday. 600,000 customers do have power at the moment, but around 900,000 people, about a third of the population, are still in the dark. David Begnaud is live outside the plant in Guayanilla along the southern coast. David, how did you manage to get inside?
Well, Anthony, we came and sat outside the plant for 4.5 hours yesterday, waiting for the head of the power authority to leave. And as he drove out this gate, I asked for an interview, and he said yes. And when the interview was over, I asked him to go inside and actually see the damage. He said yes to both of them. And it was important because the people of Puerto Rico do not trust the folks who run the power authority. That is the truth. You're not only about to see the damage and hear what they told us, you're going to hear two different stories between the man who runs the power authority and the man who runs the plant, who are in disagreement about when they're going to get this plant back up and running.
You can see that most of the structure is compromised.
Our guide was Angel Perez, operations manager here at Costa Sur. He showed us the damage, starting with these tanks, which are used to clean water. It is, he says, the first step in the energy generation process. You can see this tank just knocked over, and it did it all the way down the line?
Yes, sir.
So again, without this, you can't provide power.
We cannot even think to provide power to anybody.
From here, Perez says the water is sent to even larger tanks, which have also been damaged.
There is a fracture in the metal, okay, in the base of the tank.
Just this morning, we were invited back inside the plant. They wanted to show us the control room. You can see the damage inside. It's not safe for people to work here. They also gave us photos of a damaged turbine. The reality is, with Costa Sur not generating any energy, hundreds of thousands of people will be without power. What's the reality? Do you think people are going to have to sort of get used to having power maybe half the day and not having it the other half?
We're going to work 24 hours around the clock.
I hear you. And a lot of people are happy to hear that. But be as realistic with me as possible.
No less than a month.
Compare that to what the head of Puerto Rico's Electric Power Authority says. Jose Ortiz is CEO.
The facility will be out for probably over a year.
How much of this is earthquake related, or how much is it just old equipment that hasn't been cared for and updated?
It's both, really. You know, to be honest, those plants have over 60 years, basically. Imagine you have a taxi 60 years old and you are required to run that 24/7. So, you know, that's the kind of business we're running.
It's a shithole.
When folks here in Puerto Rico heard Jose Ortiz say it could take a year to get Costa Sur back up and running, there was a trending hashtag on Twitter, Jose Ortiz renuncia. People calling for him to resign. Listen, this is what he told me. He said they're asking FEMA to bring in a 500 megawatt generator to go ahead and get this place back up and running. When FEMA heard him say that in our interview, Gail, they reached out to me and said, we have not agreed to do that, and we cannot do that under the current emergency declaration that Puerto Rico is operating under. They need a major disaster declaration, and as of now, the governor has not requested it, and the president has not signed it.
Wow, David, first, bravo to you. Very interesting information that you have, and you're literally standing outside and asked to come in, and they say, okay, come in. That's amazing.
They did, and again this morning they came back to us and said, come back in, we want to show you some more. So we wanted the people here on the island to see exactly what the damage is.
All right, David Begnaud, thank you.